start this. I think my colors are a bit washed out today, but nothing I can do about that. So hope you can survive this. So cześć, siema, jak leci? Adi here, and after 2-week unplanned break, we're back for another Sunday brunch. And I know I had a poll running on Twitter this week for either very old American Russian, freeze-dried French, or Polish Russian. But let's say this week was a bit iffy, and I decided to have something nice, easy, comforting instead. I will get back to the things you voted for next week, promise. For now though, as I said, something easy and hopefully comforting. This is Canadian IMP, or individual meal pack. It comes from year 2019, as you can see here. That's how they mark it. And it's menu number 15, Poutine. So if you know anything about the real meal Poutine, it's basically just fries with gravy and fresh cheese curds. Like, it's in its basic form, because nowadays people make all sorts of kind of loaded fries under that name. But yeah, it needs to have gravy, it needs to have some stuff on top, and it's just the most glorious food ever. I had this ration before. As you can imagine, it's not as good as the real deal, but close enough. We'll see if that changed in the few years between I had this ration and 2019. It comes in this paper bag. If you remember the one time we had Canadian ration on stream, it was like a newer pack, kind of like plasticky, same sort of look, just different material. This is the older kind. Lunch paper bag. QR code, probably for more information. The packing company as well. Obviously the obligatory maple leaf. And warning: military ration not for resale. Obviously they do make it of the exercises into civilian market. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get inside. And let's just take a moment to look how it is packed. You get your dessert and your main in cardboard boxes on the outsides, and then all the other stuff is in the middle, sort of protected from squashing, any pressure damage, and also helping give this bag this sort of boxy look, and make it really stackable and nice. So first off, we got a dessert, and in this case it's sliced pears. I do appreciate that Canadian rations always have a portion of fruit, even if it's fruit in syrup. There's always a portion of fruit included. It's pears, apples, peaches sometimes, but you always get a portion of fruit. Here's our main, Poutine. Ingredients: water, French fries, a white chicken meat. Oh, okay, so it's like that, and cheese, and then all sorts of other stuff. It's 282 grams pouch, and 350 calories. Also Canadian, you use 5-digit date code, So this was packed on 172nd day of 2018. 4 years, roughly, now. And then we get all sorts of other stuffs, like we got the Mars bar. Yes, we get snacks, like straight from civilian market. And then we get, oh, okay, Nescafe sweet and creamy. Is it 2-in-1 or 3-in-1 mix? Like, sorry, it's a mix, obviously. I think it's a 3-in-1 sugar. Yep, 3-in-1 with sugar and cream. So my kind of coffee. Okay, we get, ooh, peanut butter and banana trail mix. That is new to me, and it's curious thing. Sweetened banana chips, peanut butter in a crunchy shell. So I guess like Reese's Pieces. And sweetened diced coconut. Huh. This is banana. It sounds very nice. We got some raspberry jam. If we get jam, we should have peanut butter somewhere. Sorry if you're allergic, but today is not today. And yes, peanut butter. We also get, as usual, 2 fruit punch sports drink. A fruit punch being the flavor. It's always 2 and usually same flavor both, unless someone in the packaging plant messes up. Oh, another new item, wild berry yogurt drink mix. So I guess sort of like shake, but yogurt based. Huh. Very, very curious. And actually makes it a little bit more excited than I was about this before starting. Obviously we got peanut butter, we got strawberry jam, we need a bread item for that. Problem is that the bread item is tortillas, corn tortillas. Sorry, tortillas, but tortillas. You can make a lovely, lovely snack with tortillas and peanut butter and jam, but it's a curious combo, don't you think? We got matches. We got some hot Tabasco. We got some Tic Tacs. They did away with chewing gum some time ago and moved to Tic Tacs instead. Then the lovely jubbly peeled towel on napkin, compressed napkin they call it. I'm continuously being amazed by the idea behind this. Okay, beverage bag, the good kind, so thicker plastic and with cassette bottom, so you can stand on its own. Got a big napkin that can serve as your table covering. And we got a spork. You can see the teeth. It in size and feel, it's like someone took American Emery spoon and just cut out the things in it, like the fork teeth in it. But yeah, nice touch. It's a nice touch, I say. And that's what's inside. As you can see, the inside of the paper baggie is lined with aluminum. It kind of helps to keep it sort of waterproof, not fully waterproof, but definitely if the bag was to get wet from the outside, it will keep some of the moisture out. Not all of it, but at least some. Now, if you allow me to just take a quick shot of what's on my table, just for my own okay, that works. And we can figure out what we're going to do about all this stuff. Obviously Poutine, I think I will want to have it warm this morning. You can hear me having a bit of a rasp. I don't know what happened, but just to enjoy warm meal more. I'm going to have coffee and cold drink. And how much water does this need? Up to the line, cold water. Okay. Tortillas will probably be more pliable when warmed up as well. Sorry, a bit scattered today, probably because of the break we had. I need to find my groove again. Let me open this up. And it is the same kind of cardboard packaging US used to use. They did away with it for so the Ration can be more compact and lighter, because it might not weigh much, but if you have a couple of these in your backpack, it can easily add up. You get the instructions here in English and in French. Place an open pouch in a pot of boiling water. Return water to boil and heat for 5 minutes. Remove pouch. Open notch at Baxter's, Canada. And I'm pretty sure fruit portion also packed by Baxter's. Yep, same design. And the fruit were actually packed in the beginning of like February 2019, so it's a bit fresher than mine. Okay, boxes to the side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put poutine and tortillas in a pot of hot water. Let it warm up, make the tortillas more pliable and this lovely and warm. Then I'll come back to you. We'll make the drinks and we'll go from there. Okay, be right back. I'm returned. Get the glasses. Okay, let's start with the isotonic, the sports drink, sorry, made by Dr. Edka, Canada branch. Get fruit punch flavored. One of these packs is made for 250 milliliters, so 1 cup of drink. So like if you had a half-liter bottle on you, you could just mix them both and have a drink for longer. What I'm going to do instead, smells lovely, but it's starting to get a tiny little bit caked inside. Going to that's it. Goes you to add powder into beverage bag. And beautiful thing about this, you can just sand it on its own. See the fill line, it's up here. It's same line for sports drink and coffee. And then you just take your water bottle and add water to the line. And it stands on its own. I can safely close my bottle without risking losing any of this drink here. Close the ziplock, and then you need to cue up some good music, like cucaracha or macarena or something, and go to town with it. Yep, that's it. That's a drink mixed. And if you get some spillage, you got plenty of napkins to, you know, clean up. I'm actually curious how much water the yogurt drink takes. Doesn't feel like much, to be honest. Okay, so we're going to try this. I'm going to pour my sports drink in here. Now, if I wanted, I could easily rinse it out, reuse it later for coffee, or just, you know, for keeping stuff I don't want getting wet safe, because it's nice thick plastic bag. They get top marks for that, really. It's much better than the flimsy American beverage bag. I actually would love to explore Canadian rations more, even though they share some of the mains with American ones. Unfortunately, when they make it to the market in Poland, they're more expensive and sometimes even go to twice the price. But okay, as I said, it's same usual thing. One coffee, sugar, creamer mix you get at the store. So I'll grab my hot water in a minute. For now though, wild berry yogurt drink mix. Ingredients: sugar, milk protein concentrate, maltodextrin, isomalto oligosaccharide, blueberry juice powder, sea salt, citric acid. Doesn't look too bad. All the stuff to make it the sugars used are definitely like performance enhancers. Just a white powder inside. It does smell blueberry, so that's good. That's fun. Okay. And again, this bag is not see-through as the beverage bag. You get the line on the outside, but not on the inside. How do you deal with that? You fold the bag and press the seam line very, very hard. Press the fold line, sorry. And then when you open it, you'll be able to see that crease you made on the inside as well. Okay, I think that will be about to 50 mils again for this drink. And because my last glass is way smaller than that, it's about 100 mils, 110 maybe, we'll only have some of this drink, not all of it. Where's my crease? There's my crease. That's about it. Maybe a bit less than 250 actually. Closer to 150, maybe 2. Okay. Cold water, zip tight and shake vigorously. And because sometimes a little bit of powder gets into the zip, if you don't want to spill, you can always roll it down for extra safety. Are we ready to see how it turns out? Wild berry yogurt drink mix. Ooh, okay. That does look berryish. There are little bits of powder that didn't fully dissolve. There's a little, again, about as much still in the bag, so I'd say it takes about 200 mils of water for this drink. I have the rest of it later, so hot water, coffee, and then we grab the rest of the stuff from the pot. Give it a stir. It actually almost feels longer than the American spoon, but it needs to be long if you want to eat straight from the pouch to reach the very bottom of it. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, so get the tray. And first off, we get our fruit portion, which is pear slices in syrup. Okay, I put the box away. But you get 155 gram pouch, I guess about 100 gram per, and the rest would be syrup. Looks quite nice though, looks quite nice. Okay. Then we got peanut butter and banana trail mix. So basically sweetened banana chips, Reese's Pieces I guess, and sweetened diced coconut. And I was right. I guess that's the trademark issues there, but that's definitely Reese's Pieces, so you can get the colors on. Then you got banana chips and sweetened diced coconut. It's a curious combination. Should work, but curious combination. Also, the baggie says packaged for D&D, so Department of Defense, I guess, but of National Defense probably. So we got all the other tiny little thingies. we got. Let's get fancy with the napkin and the spoon. We got Mars bar, peanut free. Yeah, that's technically, if you look into the total composition of all the items here, all the sugars and stuff in this mass will be calculated into it. But it still amuses me to get like civilian sweets, making basically like, you know, kids lunch. But okay, so we got peanut butter and raspberry jam. I prefer strawberry today, I think, but yeah, raspberry will do. These are small 20-gram packs. In both American and British rations, a full portion of peanut butter is 40 or 48 grams, more or less. I'm sure they changed that recently, or if it just depends on other circumstances, but 40-48 grams, this is half of that. Mostly so you can pair it up with your jam, I guess, but also this is one of the predictable things about Canadian rations that I appreciate. You can always count on getting 2 drinks, on getting peanut butter and jam, and some bread item for that. You will always get a portion of fruit. There is a nice structure there that repeats in all the packs, and that little bit of predictability I think is, at least by me, a really appreciated thing. Okay, let me get just a sip of water, and I'm going to retrieve our tortillas and poutine from the pot. Okay, so I believe Canadians still get their FRHs, the flameless ration heaters. They just get it separately. But also this is also a nice way to, you know, warm up your meal. Put it in a pot of boiling water. You can have it just like a communal pot of water. Everyone dunks their pouches in. If you do it at home or like at the office, or if you go to a hotel and want to warm it up, you can put it into a kettle, electric kettle, and just don't use the water to drink after, okay? But yeah, there's so many ways you can warm it up. You can also empty the pouch into a container and put it in the microwave. Do not put the pouch into your microwave, that's not a smart way to do. Well, okay, so we got 2 tortillas and mighty hot, and I put it into microwave, put it in a pot of water to make it more pliable, because especially with age they go super dry and stiff, so nice and soft. It's very nice but very hot. And yes, we got tortillas and peanut butter and jam, and they still do make for a very nice snack. Just you would kind of expect to get the pan, like the bread for that, no? Still a very nice idea. I'll show you in a minute. And then we got the poutine. So there will be fries, there will be gravy, there will be cheese curds, and there will be chicken. Oh, smells nice. Gravy mostly, but And yes, as you can imagine, it's quite away, quite far removed from the regular poutine, normal poutine, like actual fresh meal. Just bring this bit closer to you. Okay. Mainly the fries are just cut potatoes, they're not fried, obviously. The gravy is quite thin, but yeah, you got bits of chicken and then you got bits of cheese, curds. Okay, we're going to have that in a second. First though, you take your tortilla. Let's open both packs like this. Okay, I just don't have strength to read them today. So yes, I'm using the knife for that. Days like this happen. Nothing wrong with that. Put some peanut butter in a tortilla. Some jam. Now I need to clean my spoon. Oh, that's intense. Because I sort of want to have it all, like the jam, along the whole length, not just in one spot. Oh, messy, messy, messy Addy. And then you can just, I mean, I could easily put the whole pack in it, but I want the rest of my other tortilla. And I just roll it for a nice sweet snack. So yeah, peanut butter is way more noticeable than the jam. Okay, so you only get a little bit of jam, but you try some of its own. Yeah, jam is nice. It's just not sugary or acidic enough to cut through the peanut butter. Maybe that's why it doesn't cut through so much. On the other hand, tortillas after warming up, very nice, soft, delicious. And with coffee, that hits the spot very nicely. Yeah, pop your main pouch into a pot of water. Have yourself a snack and some coffee while waiting for it to warm up. Look, I know it's just instant Nescafe, but I like the combo of sugar creamer. It's very nicely balanced. I did dig this coffee. I did dig this coffee. Okay, so we'll get to this in a second. Mars first. If for some reason you never had Mars, just go to the store. So you can know what I'm talking about. It's very nice though. Bit of chocolate, bit of caramel, bit of nougat inside. Um, and this, because they usually get like a Mars bar or another kind of wafer bar, some kind of chocolate bar. It's something you can put in your pocket. It's something you can put out in your pocket. Um, you can grab when you need a little bit of boost energy between meals. Something on the go. Nice though. It's really nice. Okay. So, fruit punch. Hmm. Um, if you ask me what sort of fruit is that, I'd say red. um, it's a little bit of acidity, a little bit of tartness, a lot of sweetness. Um, but it's basically just this nondescript fruitiness in it. Like, we get fruit mixes here, like exotic or multivitamin, and you can often pinpoint at least one or two fruit flavors in it. This is, at least to me today, it just is like nondescript red fruit. I mean, it's one way to get your water and extra sugars in, but nothing to write home about. So, I guess that would be cheese curd, maybe? Yeah. Squeaky fun. Then there's the chicken and French fries. In air quotes, yes. Okay, let me just make sure if I get it right. So yeah, the French fries are basically just cut and cooked potatoes. They could be diced or sliced any other way. This is just to give you the idea that it's poutine. Um, Gravy is quite intense. It's poultry based gravy, I think. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'd kill for this gravy with rice. That would be like match made in heaven. Anyway, the cheese curds they like the star because they're nice and squeaky, just as they should be. Mm. And if you never had poutine, if you don't know what I'm talking about, um, the texture um, is a little bit as if you put too much cheese on your pizza and it's cooling down and starts to congeal, and it's still soft, still melted, but just squeaky in your teeth. Or if you like, you put a block of cheese and just start melting it off. There's just that there's that point between solid and melted that gives you this sort of texture. It's fun. It might not be for everyone, but it's fun. It's definitely taking a lot of flavor on from the juice, from the gravy. Chicken is a bit sad. It's quite dry too. I think they took breast meat for that, and yeah, it's sad. I understand they add chicken for a little bit of extra protein, um, but I wouldn't mind having, like, jerky bar or something on the side and having this be without meat. Because it doesn't need a chicken. And yeah, the cheese curds are better. Okay, just last one. Fry. Like, they never say fry, but fry. What they did do good though, it's they chose the right um variety of potato. You can see it doesn't um fall apart. It still keeps the shape. Quite on the starchy side when you bite into it. Not waxy. British potatoes are always waxy kind and just ugh. These are quite nice, but it's not rice, it's potatoes. So okay, and then we got the wild berry yogurt drink. I'm a bit worried to try it. And there are undissolved bits in it. It looks a bit airy, like, fluffy like a shake. It smells like fake blueberries, but it's a nice smell too. It's thick. Okay, I'm going to give it extra stir. Because the undissolved powder lumps are ticking me off. If I even can do that. It's very fluffy and very airy in texture. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of this. So all the flavor I'm getting through is from these little lumps of powder, which are not that pleasant. The drink itself is thicker, but kind of when you get a shake, it's thick, but also like a melted thing, kind of thick. It's all smooth. This is airy and thick, foamy almost. Maybe I should have shaken it some more, but I don't hate it. It just doesn't spark joy. um, yeah, you can still get the powder on your tongue. If you ever had like the Japanese candy making kits, this is kind of what it tastes and feels like. It smells nice, but it's very artificial, powdery, unpleasant in my mouth. Sorry, little guy. You're a no for me. So we're going to have some fruit. Pear slices. So if you put that together with like a small whole pear, maybe not whole if you get a big one. Perfectly ripe pear texture. Soft, but not mushy. And the syrup is not too sugar heavy either. It's very nice. So pear isn't my favorite fruit, mostly because of the little fibers you get in it, and you can easily get them here. But it's a very fun and refreshing dessert. And like with the peanut butter candy and candy bar, this is a nice balance. You're getting actual fruits. Yeah, processed because cut and cooked in syrup and yada yada yada. But it's still better than having no fruit at all. So yeah, props to Canadians for making sure soldiers get their lunches properly. Okay, we got last thing is this little peanut butter and banana chips mix. So 3 pieces, sweetened banana chips and sweetened diced coconut. I'm going to try it all separately for now, just to know what I can expect when I mix them. Okay. As I remember, I'm not a fan of banana thingies. This has enough sugar in it. It's sugared enough that you can barely taste the banana. Like at the end, yeah, it comes through. But by the time they're done chewing, you can just move on to other stuff and kill the flavor in your mouth. It's very nice. As you remember, the Russian is 3-4 years old, depending on the component. And it's still very fresh, very crunchy. The bag was vacuum sealed, vacuum packed, so that helped a lot. But yeah, very nice and fresh. Yeah, Reese's are delicious. But I'm curious about these coconut bits. Okay. So at first they're a little bit tricky to bite into. Very hard and desiccated coconut. And you get the sweetness and sugar, and then you get a very nice coconut flavor. I think I kind of enjoy this actually. Okay, so let me get a handful of everything and try it all together. Okay, so flavor wise, it was beautifully like banana and coconut and the peanut butter all sort of balance each other, complement each other. It's a very nice flavor. but getting to bite into this whole mix in your mouth, that's it's a funny challenge. Not in a bad way, but just I think I'm going to enjoy this piece by piece after the stream. Like, not mix it all together because that's confusing. um, okay, obviously we got Tabasco left. You could add it to poutine if you need to. I don't think you need to. It is quite flavorful, okay? It's just the little bits that it misses from the actual thing, like the crispiness. Because when you make actual real poutine, okay, the fries are crispy. Yes, they get a bit soggy from the gravy, but that initial fried crispiness is still underneath it. There's different flavor to a fried potato than to just a cooked one. Um, the chicken is quite sad, too dry, and if they did add chicken, it wouldn't be missed at all. So an attempt was made. Um, and I think it's enough for actually a comfort meal. That it sort of does work. Um, and if you add Tabasco to all you eat, yeah, be my guest. Just do my thing. Then you get your regular Tic Tacs. You get 4 of them. Again, nice, minty, refreshing. I'm not going to have them down because I want to eat a little bit more after the stream. Without having to dispose of the chewed gum. Always point for that. And then we got the compressed napkin. I showed you how it works last time, so I think I'm going to keep it for another time for myself. Basically, you take this peel, add water to it, and then it decompresses, and you get proper sized wet napkin to wash your hands, to wash your utensils, to wash your mess kit, to clean anything you want. Single use, but very very nice. And again, this, look how small it is. Look how small it is. Any pocket you get on you, and you can always have it on you. And then we got matches. Regular American cardboard matches. Let's see if we can ask them. Oh yeah. Huh. I love that it doesn't burn instantly, but goes slow. So yeah. Get matches. Keep matches away from children. Too late. Too late for that. Eddie Match Pembroke, product of USA. And that explains a lot. All in all, if we don't compare it to actual poutine, just potatoes with gravy and cheese curds, this is a very solid meal pack. IMP individual meal pack if you want it. Beside the yogurt drink, that's just too confusing. It's just not that enjoyable for myself. Other than that, all the items fresh, delicious. 2019, so I guess this year would be like the year when they get checked and possibly decommissioned. So this is like the end tail of their planned use. Obviously they will still be good for some time, but it's like the end, and still very delicious. Still no sign of age getting to it. I know it's 3 years, so it's not that long, but the American, and I guess these Russians too, usually get like 2 or 3 years shelf life, or like intended shelf life. So yeah, still very nice. And by this point of time, they will be moved to the commissary where civilians could buy it. So if you can, go for it. Canadian Russians might have a lot of some components shared with American ones, but the overall Russian composition is usually a bit better, I think. I got one more. I managed to find shepherd's pie eventually, so that will be in the future. But I will definitely have to keep my eye out for possible promos if they maybe drop low enough to acquire some more at some point. They are definitely worth it. If you were to choose, like if you had the option to buy either Canadian or American Russian for the same price, I would always go for Canadian. I might be biased, but I feel they're a bit nicer in flavor, and then just in the composition of a Russian. Even the thing that you can always get the portion of fruit. You can always expect some sort of bread item with your peanut butter and jam and 2 drinks. Anyway, enough from me bubble. This was a look into Canadian 2019 individual meal pack, or IMP, menu 15 Poutine. Just a sort of trivia, I believe they had 20 something rations. The first couple of them being breakfast menus, and then you got lunch, dinner menus. They used to be very clearly designated as as breakfast, lunch, dinner, with a different color writing on the bag. Now they just separation between breakfast and lunch or dinner. But yeah, definitely a fun meal. I'm going to drop some cheese curds and cheese into tortilla later. It will be fun to see how that works together. You're not getting to see that though. If you want to, you have to grab your own and try that yourself. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you learned something, or hope you managed to fall asleep. If that's your reason for watching. Always happy to serve. I see you next week for either Polish 24-hour Russian with baked beans and meatballs, I believe, or for late 80s American MRE. We'll see how I feel, and we'll figure that out on Sunday morning, I guess. Okay, guys, if you want to help me choose Russians for the future, there will be some polls coming up on Twitter eventually. You can find that underneath the video. And it's also, I think, linked to Google poll with a map of countries I got in my chest, so you can help me choose, like longer term too. Okay, see ya. Adi out. Bye bye.